I hear you're getting married. It's unbelievable that my big sister with a plain face is getting married. Are you sure you're not falling for some marriage scam or something?
Sadie, how did you manage to contact me? I blocked you.
Getting a new number is easy peasy. I'll do anything to insult you. You're in no position to run away from me, especially when you're not as pretty as I am.
When it comes to your persistence, there's probably no one who can surpass you. But how do you even know I'm getting married? It's kinda scary.
I tailed you, obviously. What else could it be?
What the? You're a stalker. I could report you.
Aww, isn't it a bit harsh to call a family member a stalker? Even if you report me, there's no evidence. How about catching me in the act?
You're not my family anymore. We cut ties years ago. Don't think of me as your sister. It's creepy.
Wait, was that for real? That's hilarious.
I got fed up with being called a plain face by you and our parents and having lies about me spread on the internet.
It was the truth after all.
I was seriously annoyed by the defamation claims. Of course, I had to deal with the whole world thinking I was bullying my sister because of your made-up lies. You marched into my workplace with fake tears and makeup of bruises to deceive everyone.
Oh, that. If people fall for that level of deception, they're all idiots. Everyone trusts cute me more than plain Jane like you.
And because of your dramatic scene in the lobby yelling if the company would keep ignoring the criminal like me, the business partner witnessed it and our deal was cancelled. Thanks to you, I had to take responsibility and resign voluntarily. You totally messed up my life.
Wow, you had a rough time, huh? Serves you right.
That's why you should be held accountable.
Why should I get sued just because I told a little white lie? It makes no sense.
Well, it's definitely defamation. And it's not just stalking. There are plenty of things you owe me for.
Like what? If you're going to say that, you should make amends too. Thanks to you, our parents and I are all broke and we faced social ostracism. You act pretty boldly for someone with a face like a blank canvas.
It's your own doing. If it pisses you off so much, you should have thought of the consequences before.
Don't act all high and mighty, plain Jane.
You keep calling me plain, but you know, both of us have green eyes, right?
I have slightly bigger eyes and longer eyelashes.
You know, our neighbors and kids from school used to say that we looked just alike.
But Dad and Mom used to say you were a blank face, but I was a doll.
They sometimes mixed us up.
I don't remember that at all. Anyway, I'm a perfect beauty and a former model. I'm not like my plain Jane sister.
Whatever you say.
What's with the tone? Seriously, it's so annoying that you get to marry such a hot guy. You get to be happy leaving me, a pretty doll, behind. I can't stand it.
I don't get why you're so worked up, and I don't think it concerns you at all.
As punishment, hand your fiancé over to me.
What nonsense. And what do you mean, punishment?
You sued your family, took our money, and isolated us from society.
I told you. It's your fault.
No, I don't see it that way. If he won't give in, I'll snatch him away like I did in high school.
Stop it. I'm traumatized by that. I won't let you do it again, and I won't allow him to get in touch with you. I can't let you ruin my happiness ever again.
Listen, Blake. It's too late for that now. His name is Benjamin, right? Your wedding is next Sunday, isn't it?
How do you know that?
I told you I stalked you. I've overheard you talking.
Oh, God.
The wedding is mine now. I mean, isn't it better for him to marry me than plain Jane?
Just stay out of our lives, please.
Oh, me no no understand.
Doesn't that idiot sister of mine understand the meaning of cutting ties? Darn it. Oh, excuse me. I got taken over by my trauma and anger for a moment. I'm Blake Raid, 28 years old. Just recently I received a message from my sister Sadie, whom I thought I had severed ties with. And what's more, she claimed she's been following me since last month and knows that I have a fiancé. I'm strangely impressed by her persistence. If she dislikes me, she should just leave me alone. I don't get why she's chasing me like this. During my school days, I had already experienced that any man she set her eye on would easily fall for her charms. I believe that my fiancé Benjamin, who cherishes me, won't fall for her seduction, but because it's her, I'm sure she'll try all sorts of tricks. Not wanting to fall into her traps again, I've come up with a plan.
I'm with your fiancé in a hotel room on your wedding day.
What? What are you talking about? My fiancé is...
Of course, it's Benjamin. Surprised? But oh well, right? I mean, I'm much prettier.
No way, you're kidding, right?
Yay! Perfectly successful snatch! Woohoo!
I was so excited today, arriving at the venue an hour and a half earlier than planned.
So I'd like to hear about your current feelings after I successfully stole the groom. How do you feel?
I can't believe it. Is it true?
Well, it sounds like quite a shock. This is a live update reporting from the scene. Come on, go crazier and show more devastation. How about a nice apology from the plain Jane for trying to get ahead of me? But even if you did beg me, I won't let Benjamin go.
Don't mess with me. You aren't satisfied with what you did in high school and now you want to steal my happiness again?
Of course! You pushed your family into hell first, so don't expect to be happy all by yourself.
I already told you the other day, but you're the one who went out of the line first. That was outright defamation. Don't you think it's strange to blame me while ignoring what you did to me?
Nope, not at all. You're too narrow-minded, big sister. Don't play the victim just because some nasty rumors were spread about you. You'll be our toy to play with forever.
Old habits die hard, huh?
More importantly, listen. Benjamin is amazing. He can't let go of me and I don't know what to do.
Stop talking. I don't want to hear it.
He can't stop kissing me and whispers sweet words into my ear. Oh my God, I'm so loved.
That's enough of the vulgar talk. It's embarrassing.
Oh, come on. How can you be embarrassed by that? You're such a late bloomer. No wonder he's easily swayed.
You were exactly the same in high school. I can't forget the time you sent me a message saying I had fun with your boyfriend along with a picture. I've never seen such a nauseating image.
Nauseating? You're so weak. That guy was easy too. He fell for my subtle advance way too easily.
I was actually glad to find out that he was a loser that would fall for you. But it left a scar in my heart that will never heal.
If you were glad about it, you should be grateful to me for taking him away.
Why are you to say that? Back then and now, you've only thought about getting in the way of my happiness. You're a wicked woman who takes pleasure in seeing me upset.
Wicked? We've had enough of your self-introduction. How dare plain Jane like you think you can be happier than me? The grudges of those who have been dragged into hell are terrifying, you know?
You just don't want to admit that it was all your fault, huh?
I'll keep haunting you from now on. Revenge goes on forever, you know. Be prepared.
How much more do you want to torment me? Just leave me alone. You'd be happier if you stopped seeking revenge and forgot about me too, you know.
Me no understand. Me no listen.
Ugh, you did the same the other day. Quit pretending to be an alien.
Me don't know. Me no understand.
Knock it off.
Block, block. A bride without a groom, how pathetic. I'd die of embarrassment if it were me.
I'm with Benjamin in a chapel right now.
Wait, what are you talking about? Have you gone crazy from the shock? He's with me in a hotel room. If you keep insisting, should I send more photos?
There's no need to confirm with photos. He's next to me right now, reading this conversation.
Don't talk nonsense. So who's the guy with me? Are you trying to pass it off as a doppelganger?
It's more realistic. That is his twin brother, Dylan. He's also my stalker.
His twin? Wait, did you just mention stalker?
Well, they're estranged, but somehow he found out that Benjamin had a fiancée.
I can't believe it.
Even though he has a fiancée himself, he's been pursuing me, wanting me to be his second wife. It's been so stressful that I'm at my wit's end. But now, he's with you. You two are perfect for each other.
You're making that up, right? I can't believe that you would be stalked.
It's the truth. He somehow found out where I worked and lived, and he would show up every day, offering me roses and being a huge annoyance.
That sounds so fake. Roses are such a cliche, something plain Jane like you would come up with.
Even when Benjamin and I went to the police together, they couldn't do anything because there was no physical harm. It's been so frustrating.
Sure. I've had enough of the I'm so popular talk. So what you said about Benjamin being with you is a lie, right? You sounded pretty panicked earlier.
Yeah, hearing you say snatch triggered my traumas and I panicked.
See? I knew it. Serves you right.
But I still believed he would never do something like that. So as soon as he arrived, I showed him our chat and it turned out just as I suspected.
Huh?
It seems like he was going through something similar to me. He received a message from Dylan saying, "My boo-boo Blake's taken. Your wedding's cancelled now," along with a picture of you guys having fun.
Really? Sending my picture without permission? What's wrong with him?
What's wrong? Isn't it the same thing you did? He got scared for a moment, but he quickly realized it was you in the photo.
So, is it true that this guy I'm with is your stalker? Does that mean I was mistaken for you by him?
That seems to be the case.
Being mistaken for plain Jane is impossible. I'm a pretty doll, you know.
You keep calling me plain Jane, but look in the mirror. We look exactly the same, you know.
How do we look the same?
Because we're identical twins.
The length of our eyelashes is different. Besides, I told him I'm your little sister. So why? Wasn't he listening to me at all?
He only hears what he wants to. He reminds me of someone. Anyway, thanks for helping me get away from that stalker.
Ew, gross! I was after Benjamin. Marrying a stalker is a total nightmare.
It's too early to freak out, you know. You're in for a bigger chaos ahead.
What? What more could happen?
Well, Dylan's getting married today.
Huh?
It was a surprise that they picked the same day as us. Well, it's at a different venue, though.
I don't get it.
In short, he abandoned his bride and is having fun with you.
I didn't ask for this.
As expected, you two are the same kind of trash. You guys must have been drawn to each other because you're similar, huh? I'm glad that you hit it off. Benjamin's relieved that he had cut ties with his crappy brother.
Stop blabbering about unimportant things and help us. After all, it's your fault, you know.
Why should I help losers like you? Sort it out yourself.
We're twins, aren't we? You're supposed to help your other half.
You haven't been my other half for quite a while now.
You're useless. Then, ask Benjamin. He can clean up after his own brother, right? I'm sure he would do it, unlike you, heartless one.
He cut ties with Dylan, so he won't.
Why?
He got fed up with being treated as the inferior sibling, just like me. Dylan was the favorite and doted on. As evidence, their parents are naturally attending his wedding.
Neither of you are any help at all. Oh no.
What's wrong?
Dylan's phone is getting bombarded with calls. Oh my god, it's a video call. What's going on? Are we busted already?
Well, I mean, it's no wonder. You did disrupt a significant event. His bride must be furious.
Oh no, he answered the phone. She looks pissed off and is yelling at him. Help me!
Seriously? That's a masterpiece comedy.
She's asking him to tell her where we are, or she'll pull out Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on us.
I heard from Benjamin that she has a black belt in Kung Fu and is quite a fearsome character. I've heard the name of a technique somewhere. Oh, it's a movie. It's going to be fierce.
Why are you telling me this now? He caved under her flaming anger and gave up his location. She's on her way with the whole family. Wait, he just locked himself in the bathroom.
Oh, I remember hearing that her parents were former professional Kung Fu fighters too. They'll probably punish you in a powerful and interesting way. So would you mind taking pictures of that too? The scene of you guys getting punished. You're good at taking pictures, right?
No! What's going to happen to us? I'm scared, Blake. Help me. I'll apologize for everything I've done in the past.
There's no reason for me to help you.
Actually, it's all Dylan's fault for stalking you. Do something.
This is just a misunderstanding, Boo-Boo. I believed Sadie was you.
Ew.
Oh, you must have done this intentionally. Were you testing my love for you? I was a little off this time, but I truly love you.
She acted all on her own. I have nothing to do with it.
You're supposed to be my second wife, yet you're saying you have nothing to do with it.
I don't remember becoming your mistress. You have a bride. Don't say such foolish things. It's just gross when you talk about me and love in the same sentence.
Don't get me wrong, I love her, but I love you too, Boo-Boo.
Stop calling me that. It's disgusting.
It just sounds so sweet, you know. Don't get so mad. Next time I'll have a wedding with you.
I'm going to lose my temper soon, you know.
So don't get mad. But you're still cute. Being upset.
Hey, why are you flirting with each other and ignoring me? I'm way prettier.
We're not flirting. It's gross. You guys do it with each other.
But I mean, I'm definitely way more attractive, right?
Who cares about a messed up girl like you? You played with my innocence.
What's so innocent about someone who's cheating, you jerk?
I totally agree.
Seriously, what's so good about playing Jane? It's like night and day between me, the charming doll, and her.
You mean a cursed doll, right? Bringing such trouble. Don't think you can get away with it.
What? You're the one causing trouble. How could you fool around with me when you have a fiancé?
It's your fault for making an advance on me in the first place. I don't like you. I'm in love with my boo-boo.
What did you say?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but shouldn't you guys be worried about something more important?
What do you mean?
I have a feeling the execution is approaching.
Wait, I hear yelling from somewhere.
They're shouting, asking where the cheater and the seductress are. I hope they won't find us.
Oh no, we're busted. They're pounding on our door. Why? We've only been communicating on WhatsApp.
How would I know?
You put them up to this, didn't you? You sneaky, useless plain Jane.
There's no way. I have no connection with his fiancé. It must be a female intuition thing.
True. She's always had sharp instincts. She relied on it to anticipate her rival's next moves and secure victories.
What? So we are... What are we going to do? We're seriously in a tight spot. Blake, please help. I'll pay you anything.
My condolences. Well, I'll at least come and identify your body. Anyway, we have to go to the wedding reception now. Bye!
Hey, wait! Don't block us. Blake!
Don't leave me behind. Boo-boo!
Succumbing to the angry shouting coming from outside of the room, Dylan reluctantly opened the door. His bride, wearing a terrifying expression along with her parents, stormed in, and as it's been said, meted out a punishment to the weeping couple. As for the details of their punishment, I don't have information on that, but it was described as a parade of fear unlike any other in this world or something along those lines. Subsequently, the two of them were hit with a cancellation fee from the wedding venue and a compensation payment from the bride. My parents reportedly begged for a more amicable resolution, but the bride curtly dismissed them, stating that they, who overindulged their child, had no right to complain. Since then, the two of them have been working tirelessly to pay off their debts, enduring tough treatment from their unpleasant boss and struggling with exhaustion. On the other hand, Benjamin and I had a beautiful wedding and are now living a happy newlywed life. Having severed ties with troublesome siblings, we're both feeling content and lighthearted.
Hey, what's with this disgusting lunch? It's so bad I can't even eat it. What are you trying to do feeding your husband something so salty?
I'm sorry, son. I've got a stuffy nose since this morning, so I couldn't even taste the food. I have a sore throat and my fever is rising. I packed your lunch in a daze.
You've got to be kidding me. Gave me such a half-hearted lunchbox.
I did my best to make it, you know. Listen, hun, do you mind if I take it easy today? I think if I lie down for a while, my fever will come down.
Are you serious? The wife sleeps at home while the husband works? Do you think such a thing is allowed? Of course not.
But I'm really sick. I can't do the cleaning or laundry today. Can't even cook anymore. Can you just eat out somewhere tonight?
Don't make excuses. Being a full-time housewife means nailing all the household chores no matter how unwell you feel. Thanks to me, you're able to maintain your lifestyle. You've got some nerve saying you want to just laze around and stay in bed.
Laze around? I'm really suffering from a fever. If I can rest today, I promise I'll make it up to you tomorrow. So can I take it easy today?
Don't you understand when I say no? I won't allow you to slack while I'm working. Listen, no matter how high your fever is, don't you dare skip out on your responsibilities.
No way.
Don't sleep. Don't rest. Do your chores. Remember, this is the order from your husband.
As your mother-in-law, I can't turn a blind eye anymore. What a selfish wife you are. Thanks to Neil, you're able to make a living. You should put more effort into being a dedicated, full-time housewife.
Erin, it's been a while. Why do you sound so upset?
Because of you. How can you be so oblivious, you incompetent wife? Excuse me? I don't want to be a nagging mother-in-law. That's why I refrained from contacting you as much as possible. I've been quietly watching over you guys for a long time, but you've been getting carried away more and more since you married my son. I've reached my limit with your lack of discipline.
What do you mean?
I've been getting an earful from Neil about your lousy housekeeping. You can't even manage to do basic cleaning and laundry. I hear you also cut corners with cooking.
Me?
The worst is today's lunch. I heard you didn't even bother cooking and gave him instant noodles. This is absolutely unacceptable as a wife.
Wait a minute. I've never done such a thing. I always put my best effort into keeping the house. Even today I packed a proper lunchbox, though it was a flop. That's because I'm sick and I usually make it well. I never cut corners with cooking.
I've heard contradicting stories from Neil himself. He said you're always being lazy. I heard today you're lounging around the house all day.
No way.
You don't know your place. A housewife should always respect her husband. He's the reason you are able to make a living. If you can't grasp that, you need some lessons in being a proper wife from me.
You don't listen to anything I say. You only believe what Neil tells you. Okay, if that's what you want, then I'm fine with that. I'll take your lessons or whatever you want.
Seriously? What's with that defiant attitude? You're so audacious.
I like you to wait until tomorrow, though. I just took my temperature and it's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's getting hard to even type here. My head feels fuzzy. Can I take a rest now?
What? Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit? OMG, are you that sick? Why didn't you say so sooner?
Didn't Neil tell you? The reason I'm lazing around is because I'm unwell.
No.
Even so, I tried my best to make his lunch. He said it was too salty, but he ended up having instant noodles of all things. I wonder if he threw away my lunch.
You're joking, right? You prepared his lunch when you were in such bad shape. He didn't mention that to me, but said you didn't even make it. That was why he bought instant noodles at a convenience store.
It sounds like you've heard many stories adapted by him. Sorry, but I don't have the capacity to defend myself at the moment. I'm really drained, so please let me get back to you later.
Don't worry about it. The most important thing right now is to take care of yourself. What's up with Neil? This is totally different from what I heard. Carrie, if there's anything I can do for you, you let me know, okay? Neil's at work, so you can rely on me.
Call cancelled. Call cancelled. Honey, let me in the house. What's wrong with you kicking me out of the house all of a sudden? Did I bother you in my sleep?
Your cough was annoying me all night. It's the middle of the night and you're making all that noise. You were keeping me awake.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
If you can't be quiet, stay outside. No matter how loud you cough, it won't bother anyone there.
No, don't tell me you want me to stay out all night. Not feeling well, okay? I have a high fever.
And you have more reasons to stay out and bring the fever down. It's perfectly cold, so your body will cool down just fine.
You're kidding me.
I have work tomorrow. I have an important meeting, so I definitely can't take the day off. I wouldn't want to catch a cold from you in case. For the sake of my health, you should stay out for the night.
Can't believe you're kicking me out of the house with such a high fever. You're not even concerned about me. You're awful.
Never mind the fever. I noticed that you've done the usual housework when I got home. You even made dinner. I bet you were just looking for an excuse to slack off.
What the heck?
Oh shoot, it's already late because of you. Well, I'm going to sleep now. I've got an early start tomorrow. Make sure you stay out all night and bring the fever down. Honey, where the heck are you? You better be back home now. I woke up so early just for you this morning, darn it. I was going to let you in, but you disappeared. Because of you, I had to get my breakfast at a fast food place.
Is that the first thing you say after locking your wife out overnight? You don't worry about my well-being or apologize for what you did.
Why would I apologize to you? Instead, you're the one who should be apologizing. You interrupted my sleep with your noisy cough, and you disappeared this morning without making breakfast or lunch.
What the heck are you talking about?
You should be thanking me too. I'm sure you're feeling better now that I've kicked you out. Your fever's gone down, right? Don't slack off on the housework anymore, you lazy wife.
You're not going to have a wife soon.
You're right.
Carrie won't be your wife. I took her to see a divorce lawyer. Now please, leave her alone.
What do you mean? Who the heck is this anyway? Is this her friend acting all heroic?
I'm her mother-in-law and your mother. Neil, what on earth have you been doing to Carrie, you idiot?
OMG, are you really my mom?
Ugh, I've been furious since last night. How could you throw someone out in the middle of the night with a fever of 100 degrees? How could you be such a a-hole? I don't remember raising you to be like that.
Wait. Why are you texting me? This is Carrie's phone.
I rescued her last night. She called me out of the blue. She mumbled, "Please help me," and then the call went dead. I rushed there in panic and found her passed out outside. I almost had a heart attack.
Oh, Jesus.
The door was locked. I also got to see her chat history with you. It gave me a pretty good idea of what happened, so I rushed her to the emergency myself right away. The doctor put her on an IV drip all night, and she was discharged this morning. Then we went to the lawyer I know and asked him to prepare the divorce papers.
Why did you suggest such a thing to her? I appreciate your coming all the way out here in the middle of the night for my wife, but why do you want us to divorce?
Because I believe it's in her best interest. I'm doing nothing wrong.
For her? Oh, it's like teaching her a lesson, isn't it? You're trying to teach her to appreciate me by daring her to divorce me. That's my mom. Keep up the good work and educate her more. She's the worst wife ever. She can't take care of herself or the housework.
What in the world are you talking about? What part of her is the worst wife ever? All the housework is done perfectly. And she's been working 365 days a year without a break. On the contrary, it's amazing she hasn't gotten sick.
Mom?
I want her to get a divorce in order to free herself from you. I believed your every word, so I gave you a contact for a divorce lawyer before, remember? I told you to consult with him so that he could file it any time. I never thought I'd use it like this.
Come on, Mom. What's up with you? Are you mad at me or something?
I'm beyond mad, and I'm disgusted by you. How dare you lie to me all this time? What do you mean by a useless wife who couldn't even do the chores? Carrie told me everything, and it's totally different.
Uh-oh.
I was so worried about her yesterday that I ended up checking on her at home. While suffering from a high fever, she was desperately doing the chores. I took over from her.
Seriously?
As a fellow woman and wife, I can't forgive what you've done. You abused your hard-working wife and lied to your mother. What the heck were you trying to get out of this?
Calm down, Mom. This is all a misunderstanding. I was doing it for her sake.
Yeah, right.
I have a lot of respect for you, Mom. You always do your best to take care of the family. You're my ideal image of mother and wife. I wanted Carrie to be like you, so I was intentionally strict with her. I thought it would improve her housekeeping skills.
You don't have to do that. She's already perfect. I could tell just by coming over yesterday. She'd be responsible in her daily life.
No, she's a terrible cook. Not as good as you. My favorite fried chicken is especially disgusting. I told her to make it as good as yours, but she couldn't do it at all.
Oh, you like my fried chicken so much. Then why didn't you tell me that? That's a takeaway from a restaurant near my house.
You're kidding. A takeaway? You didn't even make that?
No, but at first I was very creative in my cooking. One day when I was sick, I gave you the fried chicken from there. Then you devoured it with even more enthusiasm than mine. You said I love it, so I served you the same every time since then.
What the heck?
I just refried it quickly to heat it up before dinner. I didn't make it at all. The meatloaf and curry you like are all takeout from the neighborhood, you know?
Seriously?
I realize that no matter how much time and effort I put into cooking, whether my kids like it or not is another thing. So I gave up being the perfect housewife. Housework is more like a series of compromises.
Carrie's food is all amazing, except for the fried chicken. We haven't had takeout once since we've been married.
And yet you threw such a devoted wife out of the house. I really can't believe it. Well then, I'm going to let her recuperate at my house for a while. You aren't allowed to visit her during this time.
Hey, honey, where are you now? Come back to me.
Absolutely not. Thanks to Aaron, we're finally separated. I don't want you to ruin my life again.
What do you mean by ruined? I was a little too strict with you, but I took care of you financially as your husband, didn't I?
Really?
I'm going to change from now on. Please come back. You're recovered and out of my parents' house, right? I don't know where you are now, but please come back. I can't live without you.
You criticized me a lot like I was useless. And now you say you can't survive without me.
Because I can't cook, clean, or do anything. I eat TV meals and fast food all the time, and my house is a mess. My clothes are wrinkled, and I don't have a shirt to wear to work tomorrow.
I'm not going to be your maid anymore. If you want a housekeeper, you can pay to hire a professional. Next time, get a super healthy wife who will keep herself in shape for the rest of her life.
I know! I tried to outsource it, but it's going to cost me more than I imagined. So I met a girl on an app and brought her home. But when she saw the trashed house, she instantly ran away. You can't even have a girlfriend if it's like this.
I don't want to pay, but I want someone to do the housework. What a lousy person you are.
But you have been doing it all that time. From now on, I'll do my best to help you. I'll even give you a little more allowance if you want. Just come back. My parents have given up on me, and I have no one to rely on.
Have they?
I heard you moved out, so I thought I could finally go there. I was excited to visit them, but they scolded me at the front door and didn't even let me in. They said they don't want an embarrassing son like me. They don't want to see me anymore.
Wow, they are still pretty angry. Perhaps I've told them too much about our marriage.
Please, honey, get back together with me. I promise I'll take good care of you next time. It must be hard for you to go from being a housewife to being independent.
It's tough, but it's fun, so I'm fine. Thanks to Aaron, I'm in perfect health now. Found a job and started working right away. My boss is nice and good looking. I have a crush on him.
What? We've only been separated for a month. You're already eyeing another guy?
Women switch so quickly, so please, stay away from me. You're already my past scum.
I don't care what kind of life you have.
Oh no.
Well then, take care. Take this opportunity to learn how to cook your favorite things on your own. I never heard from Neil again. Apart from that, the property division was agreed to and signed by him a few days later. Perhaps Erin had played some kind of a hand in this. From time to time, she contacts me to ask how I am. If it had not been for Neil's lies, I'm sure we would have become closer friends. Neil still visits his parents regularly. Each time he is scolded and denied entry to the house. We finally tried attending a cooking class, but he made a series of creepy comments like, "You should do my housework," to the instructor. He was immediately banned. The incident was recorded and spread on SNS. He's now receiving scorn from all over as this is what happens to men who can't do housework.